Shawn X Long, man, that's, you know, I'm not surprised, but another great idea from you. You know, pay it forward, you know, give something or say something, you know, nice about someone else. And this is just a great contest, and, you know, I've watched every last one of these that I possibly could. I've heard a lot of great things about some good people, all of them of which who deserve it, and you know, I've heard some pretty good things about us, and it's just really cool. This positive energy that's being stirred up is just awesome. So here's our pay it forward. Book Nice 10. I got a whole lot of stories I could tell about that guy, why he's so important. A lot of people have said Book Nice 10. I actually have a different story about Book Nice 10 and what he means to the community as well as me on a personal level, and you know, as well as an artist, an articulated comic book artist. Back when I didn't even have a channel on YouTube, and I was just like searching out Marvel Legends and, you know, G.I. Joe stuff and different figures, Book Nice was someone who I watched initially, and I would check him out because he and my brother both were, I think, two of the first guys who had detail cabinets. So, long story short, I remember one day my brother and I, he's at my house, we're watching some of Book Nice's videos, and he first uttered the words on camera, articulated comic book art. I immediately looked at my brother, I said, that's going to be big, and my brother looked at me kind of like, what? And I was like, trust me, that's going to be big, and we need to be a part of that, and this guy's on to something, and I have a lot of respect for Book Nice, and just for that, I mean, being a visionary, and someone who threw something out there and was able to inspire so many different people to do great things. And you know, we're a part of that right now, and there's other guys out there that are watching right now that have been affected by him just uttering the words articulated comic book art. Another one of the things that really stands out to me about Book Nice was the fact that he was able to bring so many different artists and different guys who, you know, were over the age of 20 out into the open and showing their passion for, you know, articulated comic book art or just displaying or collecting in general. Book Nice made it cool to collect, and I've heard a lot of people say that. I'm not the first person that's ever said that. He made it cool to collect. He made it, you know, okay. We always kind of followed in that path, but for a lot of people that I've talked to in my travel, that's sometimes a hard thing. Book Nice definitely ushered in a movement of making it cool and okay to collect. So for that, a lot of people, you know, are thankful to him as far as what he's brought to the table. A lot of people, okay, so you're asking me if I would work with him, if given the opportunity? Of course we would work with him. I mean, anybody that does this would definitely work with Book Nice or someone of his caliber. I mean, that's not a smosh, that's reality. I mean, he definitely brings a lot to the table. I know we're doing a lot of things behind the scenes that, you know, a lot of people aren't aware of. Of course we would work with him. I mean, that's what this is all about, working with the best. And if you're gonna work with the best, Book Nice is definitely one of the first people I would, you know, names I would throw out there amongst some others like Red Hawk 80, or, you know, I'd even work with Shartimus Prime, so, if given the opportunity. Yeah, King Beastman, man, probably one of the first cats that I saw. My brother Dylan showed me his videos, and when I saw him, man, I knew straight out, I said, this cat, he's real, you know what I mean? And he was just like, you could tell, you could hear in the video that he was like apprehensive about whether or not he should show his collection, because it was like his secret passion outside of doing the whole, he raises dogs, and you know, he's a dog trainer in the whole deal, and breeds dogs. And outside of that, you could tell it was kind of like a new area for him, and just to see him recapture some of his childhood and innocence, man, was like something that I myself and my brother really felt, and that like translated to us on a personal level. And you know, I remember the first time I saw this video, I just was like, man, this guy's, you know, talented, because I was looking at his figures and I was like, wait a minute, he's got like custom figures in there, you know, like right there, you know, we saw Kane. No one does that. Still, you know, there's a lot of great customizers out there, and no one, GW Bridge, no one does that. You know, and he was the first guy to start doing the real obscure characters. And I never told Beast this, but he kind of pushed Tony and Dee to start doing that kind of stuff, and really pushed the envelope artistically. So, you know, a lot of love to him. And also, he's the King Beastman is probably the first guy on YouTube. I have a lot of friends, but the first guy from YouTube that I would really call a friend outside of, you know, trading or business. You know, I've made a lot of friends since then, but he was the first guy that I really felt like we connected. And, you know, I was just, you know, waiting to see what he would do next. And a really great guy. I mean, I've talked to him on the phone several times, and you know, I remember the first thing he said to me, he's like, "Man, I'm just a fan," and I was like, "Well, that's ironic because I'm a fan of his work." So just for us to be like, you know, we're both major fans of each other's work was just an amazing thing, and that's why he's important. King Beastman shows everyone in the community that it's okay to give props and to humble yourself and say, hey, I really dig what you do, and keep doing what you do. But at the same time, I'm going to shoot for a second because that's my boy, but he is extremely competitive, and so am I, and that's, I think, why we get along, because he doesn't hide that. He's on the up and up, and he always tells me, he's like, hey, I'm coming for you, and I'm like, all right, let's go. So King Beastman definitely deserves a lot more subscribers, a lot more recognition, and a lot more love. So if you haven't subscribed to the King Beastman 1982, go check him out, man. He brings the true gutter to this whole thing, the true gutter. So we got mad love for you, man. Mr. Magus? Yeah, Mr. Magus. Definitely, when I think about Mr. Magus, man, I love that guy. Actually, I was probably one of the first Mad fans, as you know, they would call him, because I used to, when I first discovered him, you know, my brother kind of showed me his page, and I remember, you know, I'd see him and he'd be up there and go, oh, this is Mad Tight YouTube family, Mad Gus in the Madhouse. The first time I heard that, it was crazy, but, you know, outside of all that fun stuff, he definitely possesses what we would call the three eyes, you know, in the YouTube community, and that would be, he's integral, and when we say that he's integral, we mean like, I'll give you an example, you know, if, you know, there were people trading or with him or anything, he made sure, he actually, you know, there was one particular incident where he couldn't like send out a package to us, you know, on time. Something was going on. He was trying to find something for us, but I mean, he just about, you know, personal messages every day to kind of, you know, check in and say, hey guys, you know, sorry about that, but this is going down. We're like, no pressure, and the next thing you know, boom, it shows up, and he threw something in there extra. So, you know, definitely has integrity, and he wants, you know, he's always kind of pushing the other guys to engage in that as well. Intensity. Man. Let me tell you about that. Like I told you in the beginning, I mean, this guy was definitely intense. I mean, when he posts a video, you have to almost turn it down because he's Mad Gus in the Madhouse. Guess what? Today I picked up some Marvel Legends. That's right. You know, and it just, I mean, you hear that and you just gotta watch it. You know, one or two things would happen. You'd either be scared out of your mind and click off, or you'd say, I want more and more, and, you know, like me and a lot of you guys out there, hey, I want more. So keep doing what you do, man, Gus. Keep the intensity up, and that definitely, I feel, is, you know, it made a lot of guys have to, you know, step up their intensity level, and even us inspiring. Definitely inspiring. He inspired, you know, a lot of guys out there. He inspired me in the way of, you know, I saw a guy who's, you know, a mature member of the community who was having fun, you know, he was very, you know, open about having a family, but yet he always resonated, you know, hey, you know, have fun. You're never too old to have fun. You're never, you know, too busy to give someone a kind word or a pat on the back. And, you know, he's got little Gus with him and baby Gus, and you know, he's always with him, you know, so definitely inspiring seeing him kind of balance the role of father as well as a community figurehead and doing what he does, and for that, Mad Gus, we definitely appreciate you here at Collecticon, and I'm sure I can speak for a lot of people out there that appreciate you as well. But another guy who definitely, if there's anybody who's ever deserved to be promoted and paid homage to, is actually Renegade Reviews. Renegade Reviews is probably one of the best reviewers on YouTube. Highly underrated in my opinion. But more importantly, a guy who helped Collecticon, my brother Dylan, my younger brother Devon, and myself, in tightening up what it was that we do on camera. And a lot of people don't know this, behind the scenes, this guy would PM me and critique me and tell me what I needed to do better. And when he did that, I didn't get upset or butthurt. I would actually go back and I would follow through with what he said. And I never told him this. I would always say thank you, or I'll keep that in mind. But I'm going to take this opportunity right now to tell him personally that thanks, bro. And everything you ever told me to do, it worked. Renegade Reviews. What would I like to see in the future from Renegade Reviews, and why should people subscribe to him? I want to see Renegade Reviews get the amount of attention that he deserves. I would watch him if he had his own show. A lot of people are not going to necessarily agree with this, but I thought about this real hard, and I actually asked a lot of my friends. I talked to the King Beastman about it. I talked to my brother Devon about it. Obviously, I couldn't talk to Dylan757, being that this is about you, bro. If it wasn't for you, there would be no Collecticon, and that's reality. I mean, it's no secret that we're doing some things on a business level, and we seem to be doing well at that because of everyone on YouTube. And a lot of people hear my voice a lot, because I've always tried to push this thing. But my brother was the one who said, hey bro, you got a lot of talent, you got a lot of to share with the world, do this. And this is, guys, this is before I had a camera. This is when I didn't even have a camera, and I was going through a rough time in my life. My brother kind of was looking at YouTube. He was a big fan of Boog Nice 10. He was a big fan of the King Beastman early on, Mr. Mad Gus, a lot of guys. And he's like, bro, throw your 2 cents. And I was in a difficult place. I was like, no. He kind of put his hand on my back and said, all right, we'll do this together. I entered a contest with him. We took first place together. And that was amazing. And that helped me. It was just a contest for action figures, but actually that was me and my brother bonding. It's no secret. You hear me say his name a lot. That's real. That's not a work. That's my best friend. I'm in his room right now, and when he sees this, he's probably gonna be upset. But he does a lot of stuff. He doesn't show a lot, to you guys. He just kind of real humble guy, real down to earth guy, and he just does that. And when I thought about it, if this is supposed to be pay it forward, he is my brother, but at the same time, he's a major reason why I'm able to share the things that I do with you guys on Collecticon, and he and my other brother, Devon, are able to do that as well. He's helped so many people on camera and off camera, and for that, bro, I just want to say to you that this is my love for you and for our YouTube family, and I think if anybody needed to have this kind of message, that, it should be you. So that's it, guys. You got too much already. Alright? Dylan, we love you. Keep doing what you do, man. And it's showtime, baby. Let's go. I wanted to thank my baby brother, Devon Mayo, for putting this whole thing together for Dylan757 and myself. And, without him as well, there would be no Collecticon. He actually really, really deserves a lot of credit for us getting the 250 subscribers that we have, and a lot of the opportunities that we've had on a personal and business level in the recent months. So I just want to say big shout out to our baby bro, and we love you and thank you for everything you've done.